Hello and a very good evening. Today, this live was meant to be a different live altogether. We thought of celebrating Vinesh, and we will nonetheless. But then, the tenor of the celebration has certainly changed. Last night, after the stupendous victory of Vinesh Phogat, the entire country had united with one chorus. देश बेटी कैसी हो विनेश फोगट जैसी हो देश की बेटी कैसी हो विनेश फोगट जैसी हो The same Vinesh Phogat who was literally run down in 2023 for raising her voice against the system, for raising her voice against Prime Minister Modi's government, for her voice against Brij Bhushan Saran Singh, for raising her voice against alleged sexual harassment. The same Vinesh Phogat who was called names, who was called the stooge of Congress, who was called anti-BJP, part of Tukre gang. The same Vinesh Phogat, by the sheer dint of determination, strength and grit, had gone to Olympics and then had assured this country a medal. She almost became the first Indian woman to reach to the wrestling final of the Olympics. That was last night. That was last night when the entire country came together with one voice. Desh ki kaisi ho, Vinesh Phogat jaisi ho. And then suddenly, there are people who also questioned, देश की बेटी तो ठीक है लेकिन देश कैसा होना चाहिए देश को कैसा अपने बेटियों के साथ सलूक करना चाहिए and that question also came from opposition parties as using Vinesh Phogat and this very victory, the run-in to the Olympic final, was also used as an opportunity to question the Modi government. Did you stand by her? Did you stand by her when she was there protesting on the streets of Jantar Mantar? Did you stand by her when she was trying to get her voice being heard? Did you stand by her when she was sitting outside the new parliament, the temple of democracy, where every voice is meant to be heard and respected? Did you? So last night, the celebration happened, the joy happened, the nation came together. The baiters of Vinesh, in a way, suddenly became her friend, started celebrating her. And then there was this video that was released by Congress. I want you to watch this video. Well, Congress on social media had put out a video essentially juxtapositioning Vinesh Phogat of 2023 and this 2024. Where Congress tried hitting. That's the video. Was questioned by DGP. The woman who was not listening. So that was the video which was shared by Congress. And many sites also came on social media where people simply did not celebrate Vinesh Phogat but also in a way mocked the BJP government. We do have the screenshots of those tweets and they in a way had taken a jibe at the Modi government. They had tried highlighting as how will they have any other choice left but to celebrate Vinesh Phogat. I will show you this interesting tweet by Kangana Ranawat. This is the tweet by Kangana Ranawat. This is the tweet by, this is what Kangana Ranaut had posted on Instagram, beg your pardon, not on on Twitter, but on Instagram. This is what she had shared, and she wrote, "Fingers crossed for India's first gold medal." Vinesh Phogat at one point took part in protest where she raised the slogan of "Modi Teri Kabar Khudegi." Yet she was given the opportunity to represent the nation and best of the training, coaches and facilities. Beauty of democracy and a great leader. Kangana Ranaut, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You at best can do a movie based on the biography of Vinesh Phogat. You can never become she. Kangana Ranaut had taken to social media to highlight as how this great country had done great justice to Vinesh Phogat, who is a great Olympian and a great wrestler, by allowing her to contest because she had dared raise her voice. Let us remind Kangana Ranaut, this is still a democracy where I will have as much voice as you have, where Vinesh Phogat will have as much voice as you have. Day in, day out, whatever you say about Congress and Rahul Gandhi, if that is allowed in democracy, then she also have equal right to stand up against what she thinks is not right or justified. So thank you. A big thank you to you. So that was Kangana Ranaut, reminding people that she has been done with a great favor. Okay, now let's move on. Let's also move on to the fact as why Vinesh Phogat had contest under 50 category of weight. It's very important for you to understand that. Vinesh Phogat had never contested in 50 kg category. Vinesh Phogat is a two-time world championship bronze medalist in 53 kg category, and she had to drop down to 50 kg after Antim Fungal secured the 53 kg quota place by winning the world championship bronze last year. Now, because the Wrestling Federation of India was suspended. Why was it suspended? Because there had been a lot of hue and cry about Brijbhushan Saran Singh. And who raised this hue and cry? Hue and cry was raised by women wrestlers, including Sakshi Malik and Vinesh Phogat, and also others like Bajrang Punia. They said there had been a lot of cases of sexual harassment in the Wrestling Federation, and also direct allegations against Bhushan. So until and unless he is being removed as the federation president, there cannot be proper recruitment, there cannot be proper training, and the wrestlers cannot have the best of facility. For their own mental peace and mental strength, let the Wrestling Federation president Brijbhushan be changed. The government finally did, and he was removed, but only after a lot of water had actually passed through the canal. So at a time when Wrestling Federation of India was suspended and the ad hoc body was running the show, there was confusion as whether she will get a chance to challenge Antim Fungal for Paris spot. Okay. Now, when an elected body of Wrestling Federation of India assumed charge, will this be really possible or not? There was a lot of confusion. Thus, without taking in a chance and knowing that she has already rubbed shoulders with the Modi government, she decided to compete in 50 kg category and not 53 kg category. Do you realize where the problem now lies? We are not trying to question or undermine the capabilities of Antim Fungal. She too is a sports person, and you always respect the sportsman and the sportsman spirit. But there is a possibility, had situation been normal, had the selection been proper, would Vinesh Phogat be playing in 50 kg category or 53 kg category? Because there happened a moment, and this is out in public, there happened a moment because of the showdown and there was absolute protest. WFI was suspended and the ad hoc body was running the show. So there happened a confusion as whether she would get a chance to take the Paris Olympic spot under the 53 kg category, or it's better to opt for a category which is already empty. So she opted for 50 kg category, and she was never 50 kg. So she had to lose weight. Now, is it very easy for a sports person, for an athlete to lose weight? Just like this? Anybody who works out would know it's very easy to gain weight. But to shred weight, it's a difficult task. And also, if you're an athlete, if you're a sports person, if you have to maintain certain parameters of body weight, and if you have to wrestle with your competitor who is very strong and have to be considered powerful, then you have to maintain certain body weight, and strength of the body cannot be compromised with. She had to reduce her body weight. So before her yesterday's match, she had brought it down to 59 point something, and she did contest. She had 3 bouts, and then she became victorious. And thereafter, through the night, according to Indian Olympic Association, she had gained weight, almost up to 50, 51, 52 kgs, and through the night she had reduced by staying up the whole night, by chopping off her hair, by not having a single drop of water, by going through sauna so that she can sweat profusely and so that she can lose weight. Eventually, when she was weighed, she was 50.1, that is 100 grams more. That's the reason she was disqualified. Now, many would say it is not the fault of India, it is not the fault of Indian Olympic Association, it is not the fault of Wrestling Federation of India. But question yourself, did you create a conducive environment for Vinesh Phogat, a champion who has already proven her mettle, to win the best of opportunity in the best of conducive environment? And you know the answer, because you were too busy with politics, trying to call her names as a stooge of Congress, and you tried calling her what not. An anti-BJP agent, never paid heed to it. Nobody possibly knew even that she would be contesting, representing the Indian tricolor Olympic. And many, like Kangana Ranaut, is trying to suggest that the government had done a favor by allowing her to contest. Okay, she need not. Let Kangana Ranaut go and contest, if she can. Oh, there is also a soundbite of Hema Malini, by the way. BJP member of parliament, 3-time member of parliament. Do you have that soundbite ready? Hema Malini, the BJP member of parliament, had a beautiful wisdom to share about 100 gram excess body weight. Please listen in.
क्वालिफाई हो गए तो कितना मतलब कितना महत्व है अपना वेट को वज़न को ठीक से रखना। तो हम लोग तो इससे ज़रा अच्छा सीख मिलना चाहिए हम सब कलाकारों को और महिलाओं को सबको कि 100 ग्राम also matters a lot. तो we feel very sad for her. I wish she loses that 100 gram quickly. लेकिन मिलेगा नहीं अभी.
Are you laughing? Please get your this thing checked if you are not laughing, because when I first heard this, I laughed. And I laughed not because she said something bizarre, I also laughed at the system that allows people to consider this can be wisdom. Okay. Now, let's move on to the hard facts. Since yesterday, since last night victory till morning, a lot of things happened. While the nation celebrated her qualification in the Olympic final and also celebrating the fact that she would be the first woman wrestler to qualify for the Olympic final, the very fact that she stand disqualified and she also lost a silver medal, a lot has happened. And the first and the foremost thing which has come to fore is the conspiracy theory. Many have questioned the conspiracy theory. While you are not trying to insinuate there are conspiracies or there could be conspiracies, and you're also not trying to question the Olympic rule which had been put in place from this year itself, that if you are overweight by even 100 grams, you would be disqualified, and that you would be weighed before every match. Well, we respect the rules as well. There are protocols as how you should be dressed before you getting weighed. Like you need to be in one single piece before you getting weighed. You cannot wear your bangle, no ornaments, nothing. And everything would be weighed. So when you stand on the weighing machine, if you're overweight by say 10 grams, 20 grams, 50 grams, 100 grams, you would stand disqualified. We respect the law. But the very fact that there had been a clamor or questioning whether there are conspiracies, you know what is the genesis behind it? The genesis is the simple fact that last year in 2023, and we should be playing those visuals, last year in 2023, the same Vinesh Phogat, who has been hailed last night by the same Bhakt Mandali, they are the same people who had tried running her down. Can you imagine that? That's the scene which unfolded last year in the streets of New Delhi. Can you imagine this is the treatment that was meted out to a sports person, to an athlete who has already won medals for the country? Can you realize that somebody not being a terrorist or a criminal had been treated like this, pushed out, shoved and literally dragged while she holding on to Indian flag? Can you imagine this happening to yourself. This was the exact treatment meted out to Vinesh Phogat and Sakshi Malik and other wrestlers who had tried raising their voice, seeking intervention of the government so that they can be heard. What does the law say? What does the law say? If I had been a woman and if I lodged a case of sexual harassment against my male colleague, whether it's true or not is subject to investigation, but a FIR has to be immediately registered. And also, the accused against who I'm raising allegations or allegations, that person has to be questioned. Please ask Delhi police, how many times was Brij Bhushan Shah questioned? How many times was Brij Bhushan Saran Singh questioned? How many times whether he was called to the police station for questioning? Why? Because he's a member of parliament or he was a member of parliament. There lies the first genesis of conspiracy and a doubt. They who never supported her then, can they really support her now? And especially at a time of backlash. Because last night, after her victory in the semi-final, there had been tweets after tweets on social media, some trying to suggest that Vinesh Phogat had pinned Brij Bhushan Saran Singh down, and many such analogies came to fore that it is the victory of Vinesh Phogat against a system which has only extended appetite. Also, hold on. What time did the match happen last night? By 11 o'clock, everyone knew. By 11 o'clock, everyone knew that Vinesh Phogat is winning a silver. You knew, I knew, everyone knew, these social media handles knew, Congress knew, other political parties knew. They're all put out post after post. There wasn't a single tweet from our Prime Minister. Not a single tweet from our Prime Minister last night. The Prime Minister of the country had only tweeted this morning after the disqualification was announced. This is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's tweet. And he said at 12:49 p.m. this afternoon, Vinesh, European among champions, exclamation mark. You're India's pride, an inspiration for each and every Indian. Today's setback hurts. I wish words could express the sense of despair that I'm experiencing. And at the same time, I know that you epitomize resilience. You're right, she epitomizes resilience. It has always been your nature to take challenges head on. Again, you're right. She had always taken challenges head on. She had taken the system head on. Come on, come back stronger. We're all rooting for you. And then he tags Vinesh Phogat. That's the tweet from the Prime Minister which had come from his Twitter handle, official one, at 12:49 p.m. That is Wednesday afternoon. Is it too much to expect from the Prime Minister or Prime Minister's office a social media post late in the evening? Or has there never been a case where the Prime Minister or the Prime Minister's office had tweeted late in the evening? Knock, knock, ask yourself. Well, we have done some research. The Prime Minister's office and the Prime Minister himself, and if you can go to those tweets, the Prime Minister at once at 9:43 in the morning had put out a tweet saying best wishes to Deputy Chief Minister Sri N. Rangaswamiji on his birthday at 9:49 a.m. Okay, Sri Anshuman Gaikarji will be remembered for his contribution to cricket. He was a gifted player and an outstanding coach. Pained by his demise. This was tweeted at 11:06 p.m., which is 14 minutes to midnight. Addressed the 9th Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog. Highlighted the importance of collective efforts by centre and states to build a Viksit Bharat. This was tweeted at 9:37 p.m. At the Paris Olympic commences, my best with Indian contingent. This was posted at 10 p.m., 10:04 p.m. It makes every Indian proud that Avinav Brindra has been awarded the Olympic order. Congratulations to him, be it as an athlete or a mentor to upcoming sports person. He has made noteworthy contributions to sports and Olympic movement. 34 p.m. Then you have other tweets. On his birth anniversary, I pay homage to great Chandrasekhar Azad at 9:14 a.m., which is in the morning. Had a good conversation with Prime Minister of Luke Freden and reiterated commitment to deepen and strengthen India-Luxembourg ties, including in areas of trade, investment, financial services, and in industrial manufacturing. Tweeted at 9:54 p.m. So there are several tweets. Okay, this one, India is delighted to host the World Heritage Committee. Here are a few glimpses from the program today, and this was posted at 11:11 p.m. All this in the year 2020, not even 2023. So all these posts have come from Prime Minister's official Twitter handle, X handle, either early in the morning or late in the evening. So that means it can be expected. Chalo, I give the benefit of doubt that maybe he has slept off last night, very early. He must have woken up early, or woken up by 9, woken up by 10, woken up by 11. His tweet came only after Vinesh Phogat was disqualified. He could have put out a congratulatory tweet, congratulating her, wishing her good luck for the final. Because by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning, no one knew that Vinesh Phogat would be disqualified. You did not know, I did not know, the Indian Olympic Association did not know, thus it is expected the Prime Minister also not to know. So the Prime Minister did not do it last night after she made it to the final, assured herself a silver. The Prime Minister did not tweet early in the morning as well, till 12:49 p.m. and only after Vinesh Phogat was disqualified. There lies the first question of conspiracy and a question of doubt, as what made the Prime Minister wait till 12:49 p.m. and not tweet, congratulate first thing first in the morning or first thing first late evening. The second thing which we have observed, the Indian Olympic Association had issued a video statement. Who all are there in Indian Olympic Association? P.T. Usha, she is the president, and she is also a BJP member of Parliament Saha. She had issued a statement. There's a video we're going to play out. It's a 3-minute long video, and I want you to hear this out. Watch it very carefully, and while you watch the video, you will also find something written on the video. Follow it, and I'll come back to you after that. Kindly play that video full frame. So this particular video, which is about 3-minute long video, we have mistake, I played the wrong video. This video message which has been issued by P.T. Usha. Now this particular video is also the video statement from Indian Olympic Association, where P.T. Usha can be seen along with Chief Medical Officer Dr. Dinshaw Pardiwala. In this particular video, there were 5 cuts. Now what do you mean by cut? When I'm talking to you, and if I can ask my producer to take me in the split window, right. So this particular video has got 5 cuts. Now when you talk to the camera and you end one particular clip, thereafter again record, and thereafter again you record, and then you conjoin all the small clips and make it as clip, the cuts would be visible. Exactly what has happened here. Now I would also explain why are these cuts there. If you also observe the eye angle of P.T. Usha and Dr. Dinshaw Pardiwala, the eye angles are both looking down. Why you know? Because they were reading from somewhere. And I'm also certain they're saying because this is the statement by Indian Olympic Association. This is the statement issued by Indian Olympic Association. Alright? And what is written in this statement is exactly what they have said. Ditto, verbatim. Now imagine if this is a statement drafted by Indian Olympic Association, is it any way possible for anyone to mug it up in 2 minutes and then record a statement on camera? Obviously not. So what they have done is, they've kept it somewhere below their camera angle and tried looking down and reading it. So they have read it like this. P.T. Usha's statement, I am shocked and disappointed at the disqualification of Vinesh from Olympic Games Women's Wrestling 50 kg class competition. I met Vinesh at the Olympic Village Polyclinic a short while ago and assured her of complete support of the Indian Olympic Association, Government of India and the whole country. We are providing Vinesh all medical and emotional support. The Wrestling Federation of India has filed an appeal to the UWW to reconsider the decision to disqualify Vinesh, and IOA is following that up in strongest possible manner. I am aware of the relentless efforts made by Vinesh medical team led by Dr. Dinshaw Pardiwala and D Mission Gagan Narang through the night to ensure that she could meet the competition requirements. The IOA is taking every step to ensure that the morale of the contingent remains high. We are sure all Indians will stand with Vinesh and the entire Indian contingent. We have that bite ready now. This is what the statement which has been issued. Hear what PT Usha had to say on camera. Exactly word to word same. And don't miss out her eye angle. She was exactly looking down, trying to read out from a teleprompter. By the way, a teleprompter is known symbolically referring to someone in our country.
Vinesh disqualification is very shocking, and I met Vinesh at the Olympic Village Polyclinic a short while ago and assured her complete support of the Indian Olympic Association, Government of India and the whole country. We are providing Vinesh all medical and emotional support. The Wrestling Federation of India has filed an appeal to UWW to consider the decision to disqualify Vinesh, and IOA is following that up in the strongest possible manner. I am aware of the relentless effort made by Vinesh medical team led by Dr. Dinshaw Pardiwala and the Chief Mission Gagan Narang through the night to ensure that she could meet the competition requirements.
Wrestlers usually participate in a weight category less than their natural weight. It gives them an advantage since they are fighting with less stronger opponents. The process of weight cut prior to the weight in the morning involves a calculated restriction of food and water, and besides this the athlete needs to sweat, and that sweating is done with sauna and with exercise. Now this weight cut has the benefit of putting you into a lighter weight category but does cause weakness and energy depletion, and this is counterproductive to participation. So most wrestlers will thereafter go in for some amount of energy restoration with limited water and high energy foods. And these are usually given after the weigh-in. The calculation from the nutritionist which is done is athlete specific, and Vinesh's nutritionist felt that the usual amount that she takes is about 1.5 kilograms totally over the day, which gives enough energy for the bouts. Sometimes there's also a factor of a rebound weight gain following competition. Now Vinesh had 3 bouts, and hence to prevent any dehydration, some amount of water had to be given. We found that her post-participation weight was increased more than normal, and the coach initiated the normal process of weight cut that he has always employed with Vinesh. This is something that's worked with her for a long period of time. He felt confident that this would be achieved, and over the night we went ahead with the weight cut procedure. However, in the morning we found that despite all of our efforts, her weight was 100 grams over her 50 kilogram weight category, and hence she was disqualified. We had tried all possible drastic measures throughout the night, including cutting off her hair, shortening her clothes, and despite all of this, we could not make that 50 kg weight category. Following disqualification as a precautionary measure, Vinesh was administered some intravenous fluids just to prevent dehydration, and typically we get a few blood tests done just to make sure that everything is normal. So this process is going on at the local Olympic hospital here. All of Vinesh's parameters during this weight cut were normal, and throughout this process she actually felt perfectly normal. Vinesh just interacted with IOA President Dr. Mrs. P.T. Usha and mentioned that although she is physically and medically perfectly normal, She's disappointed that this is her third Olympics and she had to be disqualified.
The IOA is taking every step to ensure that the morale of the contingent remain high. We are sure all Indians will stand with Vinesh and the entire Indian contingent.
Tell me if I was wrong with my observation. I'm sure you must have noticed all the cuts. There were 5 cuts and both were looking down. I get the point. It's a sensitive matter. A statement has been drafted and the statement has been read out. A statement exactly in verbatim has been given out. But only that has led to lack of emotion. And in a situation which is as sensitive as this, which is as sentimental as this, the last and the most important thing that would be expected, the least and the most important thing that would be expected is empathy and emotion. Well, it seemed like lacking in this very video. There are people now who are celebrating her disqualification. I initially thought I would show them, but now I think it's best not to end the show with such kind of a negativity. People who have celebrated her loss also understand this is a loss for the country and should also accept the fact their hatred towards Vinesh Phogat will not change the order, which is sacrosanct, that she is the daughter of India and will always remain as one. It would always remain the fact that she had fought for her own dignity, and even, as she claimed, this could have been her last Olympic and she wanted to leave behind the right precedent for others to fight for their own dignity, for their rights and honor. Thus, we want to leave with a small video on Vinesh Phogat. And as I started by saying, Desh ki beti kaisi ho, Vinesh Phogat jaisi ho. If you have guts, say something. Otherwise, I thank you for connecting with us. Good night and take care. We leave you with this very video. Background music to this video could have been different if things were different. She fought both outside the ring and inside. She wrestled with power as much as she had wrestled with others. She didn't buckle down outside the ring. She did not surrender inside the ring. She was without a medal outside the ring. She is without a medal inside the ring. She won outside the ring, won several hearts. She won inside the ring and won several hearts yet again. She was a fighter both outside and inside the ring. Once a fighter, you always are. Thus, we changed the music. Get up, Vinesh. Get going. Chin up, champ. You did us proud. You were a winner and shall always remain as one.